Hello there guys, it's MarthaMew here, and today we're back for another episode of POKÉMONDAY matches. I realise we haven't had one in a while, but anyway, we're back. And so on the left side of the screen we can see Matt playing a Leafeon and Lurantis deck, and I on the right am playing a Silvally Psychic Tech deck. It's got a couple of Necrozmas in there. We've got Dawnwing's Necrozma and just basic Necrozma himself. To work around all the abilities basically. So yeah, abilities really kind of shut my deck down a little bit, but there we go. It can be quite powerful even without those abilities. It just allows me a little bit of freedom. So starting the game there, Matt going first, starting with Eevee. You can see 2 more Eevees in his hand. He's going to attach the grass energy there to straight away evolve Eevee into a Leafeon. Going first unfortunately means he can't get his GX attack off first turn, but he can at least set up for it to do it next turn, and he could then also obviously try and draw into something next turn as well that would allow him to get more on the bench even then. So finding 2 Lurantis from the deck with Pokemon Fan Club and putting them straight onto the bench. Fan Club does put them into your hand, but yeah, they definitely want to be on the bench. Yeah. So, in contrast, I'm starting with my Necrozma there, solely on his own, and I can tell you now I don't have anything in my hand to find anything else either. I did, however, draw a Fire Memory, which of course in this matchup is weakness, so super awesome against this deck. So I've got to be careful because obviously there's only a couple in the deck because the deck is geared around trying to be good against most things. So I think there's 2 Fire Memory in the deck. So all I can do is attach a Psychic Energy and pass because Necrozma's attack needs 3 energy to do anything. So Matt there attaching his second energy to the Lurantis on the bench, and then using his GX attack from Leafeon to evolve both. I think we see a Lurantis with an ability that lets it add 20 damage to any grass and fire Pokemon, their attacks, and then we see the Lurantis GX as well. Yeah, so passing back to my turn, see what happens here. I was a bit worried that we wouldn't be able to see my prize cards properly in this because they're all the same colour, but the lighting actually makes it so you can see how many I've got. Attaching the double colourless energy to Necrozma. His attack takes, I think it's 3 colourless energy, so as long as you have a psychic energy to detach to do the extra damage, that's how it works. So using Guzma to pull in the non-GX Lurantis, as it's not a threat too much at the minute. And then using Necrozma's own GX attack, which I don't usually use, but there's 2 GX Pokemon on the field which both take 100 points of damage. It would do it for EX Pokemon as well, but obviously they are becoming less of a common thing to see in decks. Slowly the 100 damage appears on the Pokemon. There we go. So that also lets me keep all of my energy on Necrozma, so that I can attach 1 more energy during the next turn, which you can see I have in my hand there, to do enough damage to the Lurantis if he doesn't switch it out, and knock it out. So obviously choosing to put the energy onto the bench because the Lurantis inactive is going to die before he gets a chance to retreat it. So passing back to me, attaching the second Psychic Energy and discarding them for the effect of the attack to knock out the Lurantis. Necrozma's attack does 10 damage only, and then it adds 60 damage per Psychic Energy discarded. So Matt finally getting the 3rd energy he needs for the main attack there. So he can do 120 damage and he heals 30 from himself. Back to my turn, finally draw another Pokemon, which saves my ass, because obviously I can't knock out the Lurantis myself in the next turn. So the Rayquaza there on the bench saving me. Right now I have to choose whether or not I need to save the Necrozma or the Rayquaza's fine. Realising obviously that the Rayquaza can't really do too much damage. I'm weighing up a lot. Yeah, Matt just checking that the camera is still recording there if you were wondering what he's doing. Has had a habit of cutting out on us, unfortunately. Yeah, it was a very difficult decision of what to do, because I had, I think, the energy in my hand, and then a stadium card to let me switch. I'm not holding the cards too high there, but I think there's a bunch of EVs and stuff. But of course, if I attach the energy to the active, then I can't do anything with the Rayquaza, but then realising obviously I can't get a double colourless to do anything with the Rayquaza anyway. So realising probably it's best to attach energy to active, I think is what I decide. And then use the stadium card effect to be able to switch out and just use the Rayquaza as a scapegoat basically, and just let it die. It's the only thing I can do just to save the main hitter and give me slightly more turns. Of course I realise he's also going to heal another 30 damage from killing the Rayquaza, so the problem increases. But here we go, you can actually see me making my move now. So Psychic Energy there, putting Altar of the Moon down to let me switch. Altar of the Moon reduces the retreat cost of any Pokemon with Psychic or Dark Energy on it by 2. All of my deck I think has just a 2 retreat cost, so that works quite well. As you can see, healing the 30 damage and knocking out the Rayquaza for the exact amount of damage it needs. Top deck a Bridget, which I could have done with a few turns ago, bringing out the Dawn Wings Necrozma, and then I think we also find 2 not Silvally, type Nulls. Obviously, I have had that Silvally in my hand from the start of the game, so I can evolve in the next turn. I think I also had a Wally in my hand, off the top of my head. Yeah, so the good thing about Dawn Wings Necrozma is it's got an ability called Invasion, which lets me once per turn, I think it is, or it might just be any time per turn, lets me invade the active position. So coupled with Silvally's ability that lets basic Pokemon have no retreat cost, because Dawn Wings Necrozma is a basic Pokemon, you can invade the spot that Silvally's in, and then obviously, you know, do a quick retreat out using Silvally's ability itself. So even Silvally isn't stuck inactive. Matt's turn there, showing the Field Blower, getting rid of the Choice Band and my Stadium card, and then proceeding to do the rest of the damage to knock out the Necrozma. Deciding what to put in, because I've got the Silvally in my hand, it's probably either one of the type Nulls I'm not going to evolve, or the Necrozma, but obviously the Necrozma's got more HP, so that's what I decided to put in, just in case I do get a little bit stuck. He can at least tank one hit. Obviously the annoying thing about all of these Pokemon is they take 3 energy to do anything. The only exception being type Null, which takes 2 energy to do it, but it doesn't do a lot of damage on its actual attack. Choosing to use Wally there. I think I realised in a later turn that I should have evolved the other type Null from my hand, and evolve the one I've just Wallied basically, and leave the other one as a type Null. Then use Silvally's ability to switch out and do some damage to the Lurantis. But like I said, the Dawn Wings has got a bit of resilience and can take 1 hit. However, I don't think the type Null can. So I would have been in slight trouble because of the HP, and yeah, prize cards ways, I would have been in some trouble. Yeah, I think I'm just discovering this now. I think the newest type null does 30 and then 30 more if there's already damage counters on the opponent's Pokemon. I can't remember the exact wording, but it's something similar. So obviously because there is damage counters on it, it would have done more, but yeah. Yeah, attaching another energy to Silvally, and the fire memory, which I've been keeping in my hand just to make sure we didn't, fill blower it. And then using Silvally's ability to switch Dawn Wings out of active and KOing the Lurantis. For weakness, obviously Silvally's attack does 120? No, I think it's 100. Yeah, it's 120, which is obviously doubled because of weakness, so it knocks out that. Using the enhanced hammer on my double colourless energy to stop Silvally from doing anything in the next turn at least. Playing Ultra Ball, we can see him getting rid of the dead Eevee. I don't know quite why you don't get rid of both Eevees. I guess it doesn't really matter in either case, but... So then finding, I think probably another Fomantis from the deck. Yeah. I think I saw another Lurantis in his hand. I'm not entirely sure, but obviously can't evolve it this turn in either case. Yes, there is another. So you can evolve it next turn, of course. Healing with 50 damage from Breath of the Leaves using Leafeon's ability, which Matt has a habit of forgetting about. And then... yeah, so playing the energy onto the Fomantis he's just placed and Vathing's turn. Unlike most of the evolutions, neither of the evolutions in this set had a one cost energy attack, so Leafeon can't do anything with one energy, and nor can Glaceon. So using Nest Ball, just deciding to deck thin at this point. There's still quite a few cards in my deck. I think that changes very soon, and I'll go through most of my deck. Nest Ball, deciding to bring out another type now. There's not a lot of choice at this point. I think one of the Dawn Wings, another of the Dawn Wings, are either in my deck or just decided just... I think I only run two. Just to... because it takes too much energy to do anything, and at this point Silvally's only going to recharge one energy from the discard pile. It would take a long time to do that, and the other Silvally is going to be doing a lot more damage in the long run, because I've already used my GX attack, so I can't make the most of that. So using Invasion, and then obviously using Silvally's ability to then immediately switch out, like I was saying before, that is why Dawn Wings is amazing in this deck. Not only can it put in the work with damage, but its ability, letting Silvally have that free reign is good. Attaching another energy and evolving into Lurantis from the Fomantis on the bench on that side. Here Matt is forgetting completely about the fact that the Leafeon is inactive and can heal itself, but then obviously using Switch, so now it's not inactive and he can't heal it. I did point it out to him after the fact, but yeah, too late now obviously. Just a case of things being new and not being able to realise that this is a thing. So you can see a Fan Club, a Max Potion and an Energy in his prizes there while using the Gladion. Using Flower Supply, which will do 40 damage, and attaching 2 energy to the field. So choosing to attach one to the Leafeon on the bench and of course one to itself so it can use its main attack next turn. I use Skylar for a Professor's Letter, so because I don't have any energy in my hand, so I can't obviously find a special energy from my deck, so I'll do the next best thing and just slowly try and increase the things there. So yeah, the reason I switched the Silvallies around last turn, by the way guys, is because I didn't want him to do any damage to the one that had the fire memory on. The fire memory is so important in this matchup that I'm trying to protect that card with my life. So just attaching that one energy and letting Matt have his turn. So using Sophocles, discarding energy and another Eevee. Luckily drawing another energy off that, otherwise I would have said that energy should probably have landed on the Leafeon just in case he got landed with it and he can do some damage. 110 damage is nothing to be sniffed at. Drawing another Lurantis to put on the bench. Of course, I don't know what's in his hand at this point, obviously, on the match, so... if I remember rightly, he puts the energy... Well, he almost decides to put it there and then realises he's used his GX attack already. Yeah, so attaching it to the Lurantis. I even said to him I'd attach it to the Leafeon right now, but of course I don't know what's in his hand. I think he may be thinking, oh, I'm going to use Max Potion, and of course if he's going to use Max Potion he's going to get rid of the energy, so he might as well not put it on the Leafeon. So using, yeah, that, obviously there's no damage to heal, so he doesn't need to do that, but just leaves me on, I think it's 50 or 30 or something. Yeah, so finally got the third energy onto my Silvally, using Skylar again. I don't remember what I find here. I think it was an Ace Roller for next turn. Yeah, Ace Roller. Obviously there's a very damaged Silvally inactive, and if I can get that away and heal it, then that would be great. So, of course, having to use the invasion combo again here, I think is coming. Yeah, so invasion to switch Silvally out of active and put Dawn Wings in, and then Dawn Wings coming out via one of the Silvally's abilities. It's a perfect combo. And then Silvally attacking, obviously with the fire memory there, again knocking that out in one go, and then obviously actually getting the effect of the attack off this time and putting an energy onto anything on the bench. Of course I'm planning on, I'm got a Gladion in my prize cards, obviously not choosing to attach the energy to the Silvally that's damaged because I'm planning on Ace Rollering it. So we see another Sophocles, lovely draw power, actually discarding the Max Potion there by looks. I might have drawn another one given, oh no, because of course, because Leafeon's now inactive, so he was able to heal the 50 damage. Yeah, not actually being able to knock out my Silvally here, so when it comes back to my turn we can see obviously I can just do enough damage to take the last prize card. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this match. It was quite an even one most of the way through. I hope you join us next week for the next match. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.